Hey YouTube, it's Patrick here, and I thought today would be a great day to do an updated video of my setup. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these, and I've changed it a lot since then. And also, to give you guys a little bit of background or rationale behind why I chose these products, I primarily use my setup to do video editing, photo editing, web design, and homework. I don't do much gaming, but I still need a powerful system to render all that 1080p footage. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you have any questions for me. And without further ado, here goes the setup tour. Hey YouTube, I'll start the tour by giving you just a quick overview of my room. And before I do that, I just want to let you know I'm using a very wide angle lens, so the sides can be kind of distorted. So if you see weird stretches and distortions going on, that's why. Alright, so first off, this is my closet and bed. As you can see, I've got the room laid out like this, so kind of, you know, like sleeping and regular room stuff, and then all my technology stuff. This has worked out the best for me so far. I've moved it around a couple times, but I seem to like this. And over there right now I just have some camera bags and backpacks and crap that I need to clean up. Alright, so I've already taken the case cover off of my case, just that way it's easier to show you guys. Alright, so starting over here, I've got some Bose Quiet Comfort 15 headphones. Great headphones. If you want to find my opinion about them, I've got a review of them on my channel. Next, I've got the Amazon Kindle. This is the 3rd generation, the black 3G model. Love this thing, use it all the time for school. Have some chargers for my cameras back there. This is my main laptop that I use for school every day, or bring to school every day. This is the 1st generation of the unibody MacBook Pros, so it's a little outdated. It's got a Intel Core 2 Dual 2.53 GHz CPU, 4 gigs of RAM, 250 GB hard drive, and I think it's got an NVIDIA 9600 mobile graphics card. So, all I use it for really is just like going on the internet, Word documents, a little bit of Photoshop, and some InDesign. So pretty lightweight, but I'll be buying a new one within the next year for college, so it doesn't really matter that it's outdated. All right, so over here I've got a Seagate 1.5 terabyte hard drive. This has USB 3.0, which is nice because I can use it with my MacBook Pro, which has 2.0, and then 3.0 on my main desktop here. I've got a 17-inch LCD monitor. This is pretty old, but it works just fine. I don't really use it for much unless I'm hooking it up to like my server if I don't want to use a VM or something, or use it as a VM. Okay, so I've got a 430EX flash here. If you guys want to find out more about my camera equipment, let me know in the comments. I'll probably do a video showing it off in the future here, but I don't have one as of yet. Alright, so this is my, well actually not my iPad, this is my mom's iPad, but she just about never uses it, so it just stays down here. It's the 1st generation, and it's pretty fun to use. I don't really use it that much though. I've got a SD card reader, some supplies, and then a 1 terabyte hard drive, which is hooked up to my computer through eSATA. Then over here, my computer, I guess most fascinating in my opinion part of the setup, I've got a LGA 1155 Asus Deluxe motherboard, which is a great motherboard, highly recommend it. And I've got a Intel i7 2600K processor. Running cooling the processor rather, I've got an Corsair H70 water cooler, and this is all-in-one unit, so it's not as fancy or as good with performance as the upper, like higher end custom looped water cooling systems, but for what I do it's just fine. Right now my CPU, even though it's the K version and can be overclocked, is set at 3.4 gigahertz, which is the normal clock speed. I had it clocked up to 4.4, but I brought it back down just because I had to do some other stuff on my computer. But for right now it's fine. I should really overclock it, but I just haven't gotten around to it, even though it takes like 3 seconds with the new EFI BIOS. Alright, so over here I've got a Blu-ray drive that you can not really see because of the poor lighting, and then I've got a fan controller which displays the temps and the RPM of the fan, and I can control them individually. It's really nice to have. So down here I've got a Western Digital Black, or Caviar Black 500 gig hard drive, which I never really use, but it's just in my computer. Then I've also got a 60 gig SSD, Vertex 2. It's really quite fast, and I've got all my applications and programs loaded on that, which is really nice to have. So over here I've got an NVIDIA 570 GPU. This isn't the best GPU in the world, but it's pretty nice. But it's for what I do, since I don't do much gaming, it works great for me. Also, I use something with Adobe called their Mercury Playback Engine, and what that allows me to do is harness some of the GPU power, and then in order to render and help playback some of the HD video that I edit. So it's pretty nice to have. It really helps improve the performance. All right, down here, in order to, because with this card alone, I can only have 2 displays, so I needed a second card to play 4 displays, and I had this laying around from one of my previous builds. It's a NVIDIA 8600M, or not M, sorry, 8600, and I think it's got, 512 megs of RAM, or video RAM. And then last but not least, I've got, or actually not last, but I've got a Antec 1 kilowatt power supply here. It's partially modular, and it's a great power supply. There are some other ones I'd probably choose over this one now, but at the time I bought it, it was great. And one side note, I built this setup pretty slowly, like over the course of 6 months, just that way I could kind of save money, and also I enjoy kind of prolonging the process. That way it's not like I get everything at once, but I kind of get one thing at a time, and I don't know, I think it's more fun. The last thing in here is I've got a RAID card. It's kind of hard to see, but it's the little blue card back there, and it's on PCI Express, like at 1X, I believe. That card just powers this external hard drive with eSATA, and it also empowers this bay. And this bay contains, well, it can hold up to 5 drives, but right now I've got 4 1.5 terabyte Western Digital Caviar green drives. Great hard drives, recommend them. I would have gone with the black ones, but they had a really good sale on the green ones at the time, or Newegg did at the time that I bought these. So with because I'm using this in RAID 5, I lose one of the hard drives for redundancy purposes. So I end up with after formatting, with about 4.2 terabytes of usable space. And I've used up quite a bit, and I've got about 1.8 terabytes left right now. So I might add a new drive soon, but for now it's fine. So that's the computer, and then now I'll get to the monitors. As you can see, like I was talking about the distortion of the lens earlier, that monitor is really the same size as that one, but the lens kind of distorts it. So these are the 3 lower monitors are Dell, I believe they're HM2111 monitors, but that might not be the correct number. Anyways, they're they're ISP monitors, and they're 22.5 inches diagonal, and they have a resolution of 1920 across by 1080 down, so 1080p times 3 for these. Great monitors, fairly color accurate, and they're nice for what I do. Down here I've got a Sidewinder X6 motherboard or keyboard from Microsoft, and then a Rat7 mouse, which I love. I think it looks really cool, and I just like the functionality that it brings. Up here, my 4th monitor, I have a Samsung SyncMaster 2493 HM. This is a great monitor. I've had it for a while, and I've actually got a review of it on my channel as well. It's got a higher contrast ratio than these, and it also has a resolution of 1920 across by 1200 down, so it's got a few more pixels on the vertical side of the resolution. So that's that. The last couple things I want to show you guys are my router, which is a D-Link DGL-4500. It's a great router. Does what I need it to do, and it's got a lot of features, and it's kind of cool because you can like measure your the bandwidth. Here, let me drop that. So bandwidth going in and out of the network and just stuff like that. It's actually a really nice router. I also have a 8-port gigabit switch, and this is gigabit, and it's also dual band N at 5 gigahertz and 2.4. I've got some Gunnar glasses. I'll probably do a review of those pretty soon. They're really nice, and they just basically help with eye strain on the computers. But if you're interested in that, look for a review later on my channel. Alright, last thing I'll mention are my speakers. I've got these 2 speakers, which are my dad's, but he's let me have for actually quite a while. They sound really nice in my opinion, and I've got a 10-inch subwoofer down there. By the way, these are 8-inch drivers, and then some horn tweeters. And then I've got a 1000-watt, actually pretty nice. I'm not gonna really show you because it'd be hard to get to, but amplifier down there, and then I've got a laser printer right there. So that basically concludes the tour of my room, and I hope you guys enjoy. Again, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. All right, thanks for watching.